Nearly 1 in 10 Americans is living with diabetes, and as baby boomers age, the numbers are expected to balloon. And with that comes a cascade of other, sometimes overlooked complications. Our health reporter, Erin Billups, is joining us now. It is a pervasive, horrible disease, isn't it?
It is, and it is so common in the United States. And if left unchecked, diabetes can lead to poor circulation, nerve damage, which then leads to lower limb damage. What is less known is that high blood sugar levels can also lead to blindness. When a doctor told Juan Marrero he had diabetes 20 years ago, he didn't take it seriously.
I think I wasn't paying attention to it. Just like some people, say, they smoke and they say, I'm not going to get cancer. Well, I just kept drinking a lot of soda, beer, rum, ice cream, everything you could think of.
About 3 years ago, his vision started changing.
I would see spots and then glare. Then when the sunlight would hit me, it would block out my whole eyesight.
He was diagnosed with diabetic retinopathy. It occurs when a person has too much sugar in the blood, uncontrolled diabetes.
The increased sugar in your blood causes damage to the small retinal vessels that feed the retina. Eventually, new blood vessels will form, but these blood vessels are leaky. So you'll have blood forming in the center of your eye and eventually can lead to blindness.
Marrero can only see shadows in his left eye now. He's among the third of diabetics with vision loss, and the number of people experiencing vision problems due to diabetes is expected to rise as baby boomers age and children who have struggled with obesity enter adulthood.
You can expect that the incidence of diabetes may increase, and that will remain unchecked by a lot of individuals, and so will their risk for developing further complications such as diabetic retinopathy.
It's estimated the number of people newly diagnosed with low vision and blindness will double in 30 years. And like Marrero, many are unaware.
I didn't know you could lose your eyesight or toes or anything.
Over the last 2 years, Marrero lost 120 pounds, eating healthier food, walking more, and with the help of the Lighthouse Guild, has learned how to get around with impaired vision and slow the progression of the disease in his right eye. He says he looks around his community and wishes the prevention message was stronger earlier.
Obesity starts from little, so you have to tell your children that obesity does lead you to diabetes.
Marrero lives in the Bronx. He says he's had to be really intentional about seeking out healthy foods, and at first learning how to avoid high sugar foods was a real struggle, Roma.
Diabetes hits people generally in their later years, right? But there are so many things that young people can do now to avoid getting diabetes, especially those who are considered obese, right?
Yeah, it's all about eating healthier, looking at the sugar levels in your food, but we have been in and are in an obesity crisis, so there are people who have been struggling with diabetes since they were kids, so they are actually at risk of being diagnosed with diabetes in their 30s and their 40s. And if you're not getting checked out, and if you could have the beginning signs of this sort of retinal damage.
And a third, as you said in the story, a third of patients with diabetes will eventually develop vision loss?
Yes, will develop vision loss, and about a third of those will develop serious vision loss that will lead to blindness.
So what are the symptoms that we should look for?
So it's hard to say what are the symptoms for retinopathy, because usually by the time the damage happens, then you notice the symptoms. So you want to catch it before that. So we need to know the symptoms for diabetes, which a lot of people may not realize. It's simple things like you're using the bathroom more, you're extremely thirsty, you have dry mouth, itchy skin, increased hunger, unexpected weight loss. All of a sudden you're losing weight, but you haven't changed your diet or exercise habits. Or you have some cuts that are slow to heal, sores that are slow to heal. Those are some of the symptoms. Even yeast infections are a symptom, but they're soft symptoms, so you need to pay attention to your body.
Yeah, you could confuse them with anything else. So you pay attention to the body and get yourself to a doctor.
Yes,
right?
Get to a doctor if you're seeing any of these things. It could be diabetes.
All right, some great information there. Erin Billups, thank you.
You're welcome.